Okay, so let's say you have the desire to go ahead and link your LinkedIn Learning application to the Oracle Learning Cloud application. Can you do that? The answer is yes. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to go ahead and log in as a learning specialist. There we go. And we're going to move over to the My Client Groups area. And then we're going to go into the learning area under My Client Groups. And the first thing that we have to do in this process is we have to go ahead and set up the connection between Oracle Learning Cloud and LinkedIn Learning. Fortunately, Oracle has created an integration that helps us do that from a self-service standpoint. So we're going to go to Setup, and we're going to come up to the top here under External Providers. And if you can see here, we have a number of external providers: Skillsoft, LinkedIn, WebEx, Adobe Connect, and Zoom. Now, the last three, Adobe WebEx, Adobe Connect, and Zoom, those are integrations for web meeting providers. The first two, Skillsoft, LinkedIn, these are integrations for content providers. And all you have to do is click on the configure of any one of these. We're going to go LinkedIn. And all you need to do is click the enabled button, check mark. That's going to be deselected by default. So you click on that. And then you enter your LinkedIn client ID. And then there's a client secret code that you have to enter as well. And you'll get these two numbers from LinkedIn. Now, in this case, you can't see mine because these fields have been set up to be masked. But by default, when you enter these, you most likely will be able to see your client ID and your client secret code. And then what you do then after that is you click on validate. And what the integration then will do is it will set up a proper connection between the two systems. And then once you're done with that, all you have to do is click on Save and Close, and your two applications are now connected. Now, you'll be able to see the connection pretty much instantly. I'm going to cancel out of this. You'll be able to see the connection instantly when you go over to the Catalog Resources area. So I'm going to click on Catalog Resources. And what we want to do is we want to treat the LinkedIn Learning courses just like any other course. Any other course that you would go ahead and import, especially if you're comparing these to like SCORM or AICC courses. So they have to be part of your content within the catalog resources. So we're going to drop down Add Content, and we're going to go to Import External Content. Once again, this only works when you have the configuration set up. If there's no configuration, I should say this, the integration set up. If there's no integration set up between Learning Cloud and LinkedIn Learning or Learning Cloud and Skillsoft, then when you drop this provider down, you won't be able to see anything. So that's what we have to do. We have to drop down the provider list, and you will see any active integration. So we're going to click LinkedIn. And then if you want to see the entire library that is available to you, all you have to do is click on Search. You don't have to choose anything else here. You'll be able to see everything that is available. And as you can see here, we have courses within all different languages of all different types. Now, unless you speak Portuguese, you're going to want to start applying some filters here. So like, for instance, the first filter we're going to apply is English, and then click Search. So now we've narrowed down all the LinkedIn Learning courses to English. And then if we wanted to search for particular titles or course numbers or whatever, you certainly can go ahead and do that. If you wanted to search by status, current, deactivated, modified, new, removed, these are the different statuses. And you can see these are all statuses, meaning that they are new to your system. They are new to your application. Import status, whether it failed, whether it was requested, it succeeded, it wasn't imported. So taking a look at the import status here, none of these are imported. So from this screen alone, you're able to see what's brand new to your system, whether or not it was imported, things like that. So let's search for a particular type of course. We're going to go ahead and click on title and let's search for leadership. Click search. And here are all the leadership type courses. Now, if you notice, when I take a look at this list, all these are not imported, and then I have an import success one here. So I've already imported this one. It is a current course. It's already there. So you'll be able to identify which ones have been imported, which ones have not been imported. But if I wanted to import another one, I can do them one by one, or I can highlight a bunch of these all at one time and click on import all. So anything on your list here, anything that you see viewable, you can import all of these. So if you want to do chunks or you want to do one by one, that's completely up to you. The process that happens after you import is all the same. So let's just do one, because I don't want to bombard this particular environment with a bunch of LinkedIn learning courses. So let's do them one by one right now. So let's say we're going to go transformational leadership. This looks interesting. And let's say I'm familiar with what this is all about. So I go ahead and I highlight it. I click on import. And then it gives you a warning message. The warning message is all about you are not just bringing this into your resources area, but the service that is attached to this integration, the service will not only bring it into the resources area, but it'll also create a course object, an offering object, and then any activities associated with the offering, all with one click. So traditionally, if you were to do this another way, let's say you had a SCORM version of this course, you would have to import the SCORM files into the resources area and then administratively set up a course, administratively set up an offering, administratively set up the activities. And that takes a whole lot more time. Single click, you are saving yourselves hours by doing it this way and bringing in LinkedIn learning courses this way by just clicking yes, whether it's one or many, especially if it's many, you're going to be saving yourself hours and hours of administrative work. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click yes. And as soon as that happens, then it takes you back to this screen, and you can double check this by just going up to the status here and taking a look at, I should say, import status, and taking a look at import succeeded or import success and clicking search. So now you can double check that. So yes, now I have two of them and they both were successful in the import. And then I can also triple check this by clicking done. I can triple check this by going back to my catalog resource, and I can find it in here, right? So if I were to go ahead and type in leadership, then click search, it's going to show me all my leadership stuff as soon as it stops spinning here. And there are my two leaderships. And the area I'm going to point out right here is the content type. This is an indicator that the content came from a content partner. So there's an integration, HACP. You'll always know that that is an integration with a content partner. Now, I described the additional administrative process that's automated through this import, and let's double check that too. Let's go to Learning Catalog, and let's go to Courses first. And there they are right there. I don't even need to search. transformational leadership, customer service leadership. And if I wanted to go ahead and take a look at the offerings, that I can look at the offerings here, or I can go individually. So I can click on transformational leadership, make sure the offering was set up. So I'll click on offering for that, and there it is right there. And if I wanted to take this all the way through to the entire structure of the course, I can click on transformational leadership, click edit there, and I'll be able to take a look at the details of this offering. So title, description, all of that, but more importantly, the activities that come along with this. So there's one activity, and that is, if we drill down into this even further, the one activity then shows that it is connected to the transformational leadership resource that we started with. Click cancel here. Click cancel there. I don't want to interrupt any of this. And then I'm just going to go ahead and back out and come back to where I started, which was basically catalog resources. And that is how you set up your LinkedIn Learning integration and how you use your LinkedIn integration services to import courses and allow the Learning Cloud to set up your courses, offerings, and activities.